Yellowstone, as Taylor Sheridan turned his back on the Duttons. The Duttons exploded into pop culture when Yellowstone became an overnight success for Paramount Network back in 2018. In the years that followed, we've had Dutton storylines transcend different decades with spinoffs 1883 and 1923. It turns out, one of TV's most talked about families had a lot of story to tell, but I'm beginning to get the impression that Taylor Sheridan is growing tired of telling those stories. Yellowstone Season 5 was a self-indulgent mess that meandered more than it told decent storylines. After 4 great seasons, it's a head-scratcher that Sheridan ended the beloved series with so many loose ends and little satisfaction. Yellowstone is expanding, but will Taylor Sheridan stick around? Before the Yellowstone series finale, there were rumblings that multiple spin-offs featuring the Duttons would materialize. At the time, the news was welcomed by fans because it was evident that Sheridan was checked out of telling storylines involving these rich characters. After the media attention his reported rift with Kevin Costner received, I can't say I'd be too surprised if he had soured on continuing to chart the adventures of the Duttons. Yellowstone. The Madison has thus far not confirmed if it will feature any links to the Duttons, meaning it could be the first series in the franchise to move on from the big name. Sheridan is expected to feature heavily in the creative process for the upcoming series, which is more than can be said for why. Marshals, a recently announced spin-off featuring Luke Grimes as Case Dutton. SEAL Team showrunner Spencer Headnut is taking the reins of the project, which might actually be a good thing. If the Duttons have fallen out of favor with Sheridan, then maybe someone else can help make the series with a fan-favorite character. There's a lot of potential with why. Marshals, which I think will be a 180 from any other series in the Yellowstone universe. Sheridan has been busy with his ever-expanding slate of programming, so it was inevitable that at some point, he would want to scale back telling these stories. Yellowstone is a goldmine as far as franchise potential, and it certainly feels like a franchise that could stand the test of time like the likes of Power and The Walking Dead. By the time Yellowstone went off the air in 2024, the series was at its peak, enthralling millions of viewers, so there's every reason to believe that more shows will perform well with the Yellowstone name. A Beth-Rip spinoff is reportedly on the horizon. Aside from why, Marshals and the Madison, a reported spinoff featuring Kelly Reilly and Cole Hauser has been teased relentlessly. The actors have played coy about it in interviews, but it seems like a foregone conclusion that it will materialize at some point. My best guess is that the Madison will set up that show in some way, perhaps with a guest appearance from Reilly and Hauser to showcase that they're still very much a part of the property. It's hard to imagine them appearing in Marshals, which is said to be a different series tonally from its predecessor. There's no word yet on how involved Sheridan will be with any other Yellowstone series, but it certainly seems like he's spreading his creative wings with other projects. Despite churning out show after show like Ryan Murphy, Sheridan's roster still commands solid reviews and excellent audience figures. Maybe he's strategically moving away from the Duttons because he spent so many years bringing the show to life. Either way, I hope we'll get more clarity on where he stands with Yellowstone shortly because Marshals with a different leadership could be the best thing to happen in many years. If you read this whole thing, wow, we're impressed. Please consider leaving a comment or sharing it with someone who might enjoy it too. Small actions, big impact. That's how you help sites like ours thrive.